So recording, sweet. Okay. All right, we're back. Game just started. 10 seconds in. I have first turn this time, and there's some. Can you hear the sounds coming from downstairs? Unclear. It's a little louder than normally music from elsewhere is. All right, let's focus on the game. What's their directional strengths? They have a 9 and a 10 to the left. Only a 7 going down. 9 and 10 to the right. A little more firm support than to the left going right. Like they have the extra 7s that way. 10, 9, 8. All right, they're very good going up. So their biggest problem is down, and potentially they could run out of power going left. So my 8A35 sadly is not safe on the face of it. That's a shame. My 6975 could be a little tricky for them. I could see that being tough because their A771 I can combo back, and their 727A I can also combo back if they capture from 4. But the problem I see with that is if 727A and 8, maybe I can play 4976 in 4 there, but it's kind of scary because they have the same wall in 1. And if I play something in 9, like A564 or 8A35, in 9, that looks promising because it looks like I lock in 9 and 8. But A771 in 4 could be annoying, setting up 9A44 for both 1 and 5. Though maybe I can leave those both open because I have those squares too. So maybe 6, 9, 7, 5, and 7 is the way I want to go here. They shouldn't really have too many setup options. I'm not seeing any that look particularly scary. Maybe A943 in 5 sets up 9A44 for 8, but then I think I just block 8. Maybe not. I have some things covered, but maybe not. I have pretty good coverage because anything that stick in 9 I have pretty good play against. A564 can combo a 7 facing up, and 4976 can cover an 8 facing up. So maybe I can just block 8 with something there. Unclear. I think this is the most logical starter type that I see. Really would like to take advantage of their directional weaknesses. Kind of threatens to follow up with 8A35 in 4, which is a pretty serious threat, I think. Yeah, let's try it. Good luck to me. Good luck to him. This is my first turn in the matchup, so hopefully I can do something with it. I also think I probably have a hand advantage here, though I definitely have some directional weaknesses too, right? I do think directional weaknesses in the second turn player's hand matter more than in the first turn player's hand. But they certainly, have 3 corner cards for 7, right? And they have arguably 2 more corner cards for 9, right? So hopefully can exploit that a bit. While my hand, I arguably also have a bunch of corner cards for 7 and 1 for 1 and one that's kind of up-down card that unclear it has much play here. Because it's 6 facing down, is not doing much. It's 5-4. There is a 9 to pick off in their hand, but it would have to be next to the left wall to do so, and there's not that many squares left there. I don't know. I think this should be okay. I think, they could play A9, 4, 3, and 8. That looks fine. Lots of stuff they could do here. Against A9, 4, 3, and 8, I might play A5, 6, 4, and 9, just take that safety, and say I still have your captures in 4 covered. And so unless you have a... Oh, no, they have that covered with A771. All right, so say 8A35 and 9. That's probably a card I'd rather get out of my hand anyway. And unless they have a big setup in 5, that's probably a position where they have to be careful rather than me. So that's when it's toughest. So the previous record for most ties was set in the last chat tournament's finals, when Vialva and Turds tied Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, Game 4, Game 5, Game 6, Game 7, decisive in Game 8. Yeah, so 7 ties is the record in a random format. Okay, interesting. So I think the obvious is to take the safe square in 4, and the question is it any good? Can I get away with this? And I think if I went in 4 and they played 8, 7, 3, 9, and 2, they have relatively little threat against my cards. They have the potential capture in 8, but with weak numbers outfacing, they have no threat for 5. I should be able to take that position and find some way to apply a little pressure. If they meet 8A35 and 4 with 727A and 2, I think basically the same thing, except they have no threat in 8. If I play 8A35 and 4 and they go 727A and 8, that might be a little scarier, but it probably isn't, because if I go 8, 7, 6, 6, and 9, that is safe, right? I do lock in both 8 and 9, and I have 4. They probably play 8, 7, 3, 9, and 2. It's hard to imagine they have that much else. And then I play 4, 9, 7, 6, and 5, and I win. So if they go in 8, their problem is they run out of down. If they go in 5, that's just unlikely to be scary. If they go in 2, they will not set up a threat in 5. So potentially I could then block 8, or potentially I could play somewhere like 1. One nice thing about if they block 2 is if they do it with 8, 7, 3, 9, the card that leaves them open with a threat of 7, 2, 7, 5, 7, 2, 7A and 8, that sets me up for a plus in 5 if they get both of those cards played, right? Because the 3 down and the 7 up works well for my 10 up and 6 down. So I think 4 is kind of the chalk move, trying to run their hand out of left power. And we can specifically see that they've run out of left power in lines like I go 8A, 3, 5, and 4, they play 7, 2, 7A, and 8, I take in 9. This looks like what's happened is they've run out of down power. That is true too. They go 8, 7, 3, 9, and 2, and I take back from 5, and they have no captures of 2 or 5 because they've run out of left power as well. So I think this is a little pressure. I think it's very much not obvious to find their next move. Not that his hand wasn't bad, right? But I think one of the things about first turn is when these there's the one in between square is taken, I have first access to that in between square, right? We both have a left weakness, but it turns out that being strong right can be more relevant to the action, even though the game faces left, if I can just find stuff to be strong out facing. And so that's sort of my goal right now. There's also moves like sometimes A7, 7, 1, and 8 is good. It's not impossible. That's a good move here. Not impossible at all. Because fundamentally, it sets up a threat in 5 that I probably do need to block, and I don't have a great way to do so. If I do so with 8, 7, 6, 6, I walk into bigger combos when he recaptures in 9, plus walling that 7. Alright, so he does it this way. Now, as long as 5 isn't occupied, he really doesn't have a threat in 8. He doesn't have a threat in 5. So my instinct is to block 3. So what happens if I play 4, 9, 7, 6, and 3? That's what we got to calculate out. If 727A in 8, we're just going to kind of calculate the captures in blocking 5, at least at first, because that'll give a good idea of the move. If 727A in 8, he goes up 6-4. I combo in 5. I go up 7-3. And he'll be out of left power. There won't be a double capture. I do win there. Okay, so 8's not a threat. If he goes in 6 with A771, I play... He will be up 6-4. I think that does tie. So I think I play, say, A5, 6-4, and 5. I double capture. I go up 6-4. He plays 7-2, 7A, and 8. He double captures. He's up 6-4. Do I have anything cleverer to do than that? I don't think so. Okay. So Shiva in 3. I think there's a tie. I should make sure it ties. I should check his moves in 5. Just make sure I'm not losing to something there. But if they go 5, how scary could it be? I don't think very scary. Just so little left power. Yeah. So I think maybe he has a bunch of ties there. Okay. What if we start with 4976 in 6? Does this do any better? Probably not. What if we start in 8? Let's try 4976 there. It's so hard for me to take things back, so let's maybe try... No, A564 can't go there, really. What about A564 in 9? Does that do anything? A564 in 9. If they go in 8, I've just given them 8, haven't I? Yeah, I have. Okay, can I do it with a different card? 8766 in 9. If they go 727A8, I have the plus and I win. If they go 9A448, I have the plus with 4976 and I win. If they go A771, I just use my card, the plus is that. Shoot. Yeah, that's nothing. Okay. I don't think this is going to line up right. Nah, I think you played it well. I think this is just a tie. Shucks. Yeah. Alright, so Shiva in 3. I should make sure they don't have some big setup in 9. I don't think they do. So I think I should just play Shiva in 3. And I'm just trying to make sure I haven't missed anything absurd. I think they play A771 in 6, but okay, didn't find anything. Happens. Upside got to be the one who was looking for a move that may have had a chance to win here, but did not get there. Arguably didn't get close, but, you know, I think it was a little something. There's also a game between Deli and Turds happening right now, but it is closed. Alright, so not so interesting. So I think A771 is 6 is his move. The potential trap is I have the weird plus in 5 after 727A and 8, but that's not much of a trap. To actually catch good players, your trap needs to be some kind of weird setup afterwards where you randomly plus everything in a way that is not visually obvious. And I do not think that's the case here, that there's anything like that. 9A, 4, 4, and 6 gives me a combo in 5, so I guess that doesn't work either. So I think he has to play A7, 7, 1 in 6. I think that's mandatory. It's also possible there's moves like 9A, 4, 4, and 8 or something that I just haven't checked. But yeah, that may well work. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because 5, I capture something. Yeah, but okay, there might be a move in 9 as well. And last time we saw Akiyama really does find interesting ways to get to expected results, where he does something that might be a bit confusing. We had a structure where there were cards in 7, 8, 9, and 1. And I thought the standard move was just to go in 4, and I thought it was heading to a tie. And he found a move in 3 that also tied, but is obviously infinitely more creative. Okay, he's picked up 7, 2, 7A. I don't... he can also block 5. That may be a move that blocks 5 to work. But that card doesn't seem right to me. Where could 7, 2, 7A go? If it goes in 5, I go 8 and I win. If it goes in 8, I go 5 and I win. It's going in 9. Alright, well, per usual. He sees interesting stuff. That is interesting. So 8, 7, 6, 6 in 8 is a tie. Right? No, it isn't. It isn't. They have a weird plus in 5. So 8, 7, 6, 6 and 8 loses. Oh, if I've bungled this, that would be very sad. But 8, 7, 6, 6 and 8 loses. A5, 6, 4 and 8 loses. A5, 6, 4 in 6 loses. They have the plus in 5. 8, 7, 6, 6 and 6. 8, 7, 6, 6 and 6. They combo. Oh, I really should have considered this more deeply. Right? They have that plus. Can I block 5? I guess so 8, 7, 6, 6 in 5. I go up 6, 4. It looks like either move in 5 ties, but man. So A5, 6, 4, and 5. Say A5, 6, 4, and 5. If they play 9A, 4, 4 in 8, they capture one thing. I would be up 6, 4 because I captured. It's currently 5, 5. So I'm going to tie there. And if they do it with A7, 7, 1, and 8, 16, 17, 10, also a tie. And they have single captures but not double captures in 6. So A5, 6, 4, and 5 should tie. Geez, this I did not seriously consider 9. And when I did consider 9, I didn't consider 7, 2, 7A there because I have the captures. And if 8, 7, 6, 6, and 5, they have the... They don't want to combo, but they can just capture. Oh, sorry. Let's make sure. 8, 7, 6, 6, and 5. If they go 8, just a tie. But they do have the plus in 6 that they can't take because A5, 6, 4 combos back. They also have the symbol in 6, not 8. They also have the single capture in 6 with A7, 7, 1. But then I do tie. So I guess we'll do it with 8, 7, 6, 6, and 5 because there is a way for him to screw up. But, God, I just feel like I'm doing the math wrong. I hate when 5 is vulnerable, and especially when I'm trying to talk as well. But, okay. Good move. Good move. Shouldn't be missing stuff this late, but I guess we got away with it. Just gotta take my time. There's no rush. I believe either move in 5 is holding the tie. But this one gave him a way to lose, right? 3 out of his 4 moves tie, but 1 loses. And the other, I'm not sure, gave him a way to lose. Very interesting game. So his final move was 9A, 4, 4, and 8. And I play 5, 6, 4, 6, and A7, 7, 1 remains. Cool. Alright, so that's tie number 4. And the move order was 7, 1, 4, 2, 3, 9, 5, 8, 6. Yeah. Cool. All right. And we move on to game number 5. Second turn. Looks like I have a potential left down weaknesses. I've had that before. It seems like maybe these... I guess it's FF only. There shouldn't... You wouldn't think with that many decks in play there would be directional weaknesses, but we've seen a lot of upright strength in general. For instance... You know, this game, right? Yeah, he very quickly takes the safety. All right. First thing to check, do we have any setups? Interestingly, my top card and my bottom card. I wonder, is my bottom card Alexander? Open image in new tab. What's the name of this one? Bahamut. That doesn't look like Bahamut. Okay, I guess I can see it. Yeah, it's the face. Okay. Both need a 3 to the left if I want to go in 5. I don't have that. My other Bahamut, A826, also needs a 3 to the left. I don't have that. 6A74 needs a 6 to the left. I have 2 versions of that. A816 needs a 2 to the left. I also have that. So with a 9, 2 to the left on the A392, if that goes in 5, that doesn't set up anything for 8. The A816, however, does set up 9A42 to go in 8. Not the best card to go in 8 because they have 7676, but maybe good enough, right? Because I can imagine a line where I play A816 in 5, right? They stick something in, they stick, say, A557 in 4. I take the plus. I go 9A, 4, 2, and 8. It's hard for them to go in 4 because the plus combos extra cards, but they do combo it back because 7, 6, 7, 6 in 9 flips everything but 7. They're up 6, 4. And I don't have A3, 9, 2, and 6. But if I do play 6A, 7, 4, and 6, because they've used 7, 6, 7, 6, that is safe. So it's 5, 5. And the question is, do they have a sufficient sweeper at the end? And the answer is yes. They can play 9, 8, 6, 4, and 1, and they do sweep me at the end. That's not great. So A816 in 5, A557 in 4. What can I do? So little. And I think that's losing. All right. So let's quickly recheck that, because if I can do that, I do want to. But I don't think I can. All right. So the idea is... Oh, I do have an idea in there. Okay. A8165, A5574, 9A428, 76769. All right. They flipped everything but 7. I go 6A7-4, not in 6, but in 3. Eh? Sets up a combo with Bahamut in 2. They have the combo back with 9-8-6-4 in 1, but it might not matter because I'm flipping 5, which doesn't get comboed back, which flips 4. So I'm hoping to end... Oh, I need one more card. I need one more card. I don't get quite enough there. Ugh. This is grotesque. It's a shame they have another 9-8-6-4 coming, right? That I also can't deal with. Also, Yeah. 8-1-6. No. I think that loses. I think I can't go there, which means I am now low on time with no ideas. Which means I might just end up going there and hoping I can work it out after he goes 4. But I don't like it. Far corner is a kind of standard thing to do. And it's not trivial for him to build out. Then maybe I can sneak A6, 8-1 in 5 later and set it up at a more favorable moment. I don't like this. We're low on time. If I was going to chuck a card in 3, probably Bahamut, A8-2-6. He builds out. What am I doing? If he goes 8, I don't even have safety in 9. No, we're going to play the idea we had. I don't think it's good, but Vialva has asked not to break his record for most ties. I think that is not in danger at this point. I think I'm probably lost here. But my sort of hope for this was if the action isn't immediately forced, I might have time to like save the position. Like if I chuck something in 9, suddenly I have actual threats. And so in 8. So if he doesn't force the action by going in 4, my thought was maybe I can get out of this with a decent position. A better move might have been chucking something in 3. That was the other thing I was considering. But this does get a card out of my hand that, I want every card out of my hand. There's no card in my hand I'm happy with except maybe 6A7-4. But if he, instinctively goes for something like 4-9, 4A, and 3, maybe that's really, really appealing or something like that, because A5, 5, 7 has a lot of squares. I think then I have a lot more tools to try to do something. And because I really will have threats in a bunch of squares. And I probably meet 3 with 9 and try to make sure it's a card that doesn't give that more squares. Though I guess it kind of has to, because so many of my cards have 10s facing up. And I don't want to use 9A42. Maybe I can use 9A42, because then 6A74 is set up for 8, so I don't completely give up on 8. Nope, he's picked up A557. well, that sucks. So let's just recheck because we looked from far away. Now it's easier to see. 9A, 4, 2, and 8. 7, 6, 7, 6 in 9. He's up 6, 4. I play 6A, 7, 4, and 6. It's 5, 5. He plays 9, 8, 6, 4 in 1. It's 5, 5. I cannot take anything. Life is sad, right? I just lose because I've given up anything that could fight before 9, 4A. So that's all very sad. My backup idea was after 7, 6, 7, 6, and 9, I could go 6A, 7, 4, and 3 rather than 6. But the problem is 9, 8, 6, 4 has the combo on me at the end. So 6A, 7, 4, and 6, they go 4, 9, 4, and 3, they go 4, 9, 4A, and 6. I, at that position, am still down 6, 4. I must play a 2, 6 in 2. I flip a bunch of things. 2 things. I guess that's not that many. I go up 6, 4, but they combo back 2 things. I lose 6, 4. So that idea didn't work. Lastly, can I block 1 there? No, because I never have captures. Ugh. Yeah. Alright, so that's all garbage. So I cannot go there. I don't think I can go 9. I just give them a free square, and I don't have good recaptures. One. Let's say 9A, 4, 2 in 1. It's currently 5, 5, right? I give up any threat of 8, but like, whatever. I can't really go there. So something in 1 with an A to the right. Something safe. And there's also A8, 2, 6, and 8. Nah, that just doesn't work. Okay. What was I looking at? 1. Something with an A to the right and 1. They go 8. Say they put 4, 9, 4A in 8. I'm down 6, 4, and I never have anything I can attack. No, that is just miserable. Alright, what if I start in... What if I start in 3? Start with A8, 2, 6 in 3. I just can never threaten any of the cards. No, I think this is just lost. 6, 2. No, when you can't make threats. If this was chess, I think I'd be pressing the resign button. Alright, I feel like I gotta go 9A, 4, 2, and 8. It trivially loses, but any other move just looks so ridiculous. I'm gonna check this with the solver afterwards. I'm curious if I had a save on move 1. Because this definitely wasn't it. Alright. Take the plus. Very good move in 4 from him. But yeah, this just walks into a loss. I suspect he will play his move within like 10 seconds, yeah. guess going Bahamut 3. Sorry, I have 3 Bahamuts left in my hand. How useless is it when I say Bahamut? Usually when I've said it, I've meant A826, but 6A743. Is that the most fun I can do? Yeah. I think we'll do it that way. It's probably the closest to a tie. Emotionally speaking. Alright, just make sure 6 is a loss, just to be careful. 6 makes it 5-5. They play 9-8, 6-4, and 1. I have no captures, and I get swept. Okay, so let's do it this way. Alright, nice game to Akiyama. Shame I couldn't make it further in this bracket. I think I will bring up the solver now, because, you know, it's my first loss of the year in Open. So that's a real shame for me. But I think this was a tough hand. We'll see. So I had A816, A826, 9A42, A392, 6A74. Alright. Just looking at the hand again, I think there's a very good chance this was lost from the outset. But let's see. If so, I actually like how I played it, because I think some people wouldn't look to go in 4. Now, we know he does, because he did play an adjacent move in a similar game, but maybe a good try against something else. So we started 9, 8, 7, 2, and 7. I'm playing 8, 2, 6, and 2. And he will finish with 9, 8, 6, 4 in 1. And I have a 3, 9, 2 remaining. Alright, and I lose 6, 4. Oh, I lose more than that. Yeah. I didn't realize that they had to flip 3. So I counted that wrong. Oh well, who cares? I think he'll post that one. And it's wonderful. All right, so in good news, we can now switch over to the solver. And the solver says in this position, 40 out of 40 moves lose. So yeah. So I was lost for move 1. Did I make it tricky? No, I didn't. Oh dear. Yeah. So we both found the same win versus my move with A5, 5, 7, and 4. Right, let's just make sure. Yep. He wins. He wins. He has 3 moves that win here. So many, but this was the most straightforward and the one we both went for. Yeah, so what if I had gone Bahamut in 3? Could I have complicated any more? How many wins does he have here? He had 9 wins against my move. He had 8 wins here. Does that make it better? Not really. Alright. So it might not just have been that I was losing. It might have been that I was losing to so many things. Now I want to find something here. Did this give fewer wins? This we're still at 8 wins. Okay. I was thinking maybe if it just loses specifically to like one kind of capture, maybe I can give fewer wins, even if it's actually a worse move because the response is obvious. Okay. Briefly considered this one. 5 wins. Oh, what a fine move. But let's say they went here. Is that a win? Yeah, that's a win. Okay, so like, if against this is winning against all of them, then all of them are just not complicating at all because a very obvious move beats them. Yeah, no, I think this was a position where not only did was I automatically lost against a player playing correctly, but I don't think there was a way. If anyone has any suggested moves here, I'd love to hear it and like try putting in some different moves. Like, what does it say here? You know, does this make it trickier? He only has one win here. Why is that? All right, I want to figure this out. So we have found a trickier idea. The far side. So one key point of far sides is, do you have 1 and 3 controlled? I do, but apparently I have a tie here. Okay, all right. I wasn't going to figure this out. That's... makes a lot of sense, actually, right? My A816 is now fantastic in like 3 different squares. Okay, but I wasn't going to find this idea. But maybe I could have found the idea that in general, I was meeting this kind of move with... what was it? That can't be a card out of my hand. But that in general, I could play this kind of move. I didn't see this kind of possibility, but I had a setup reply. Now here, it just doesn't work. They can, for instance, take 9. I go 5, and it told me it didn't work. Let's figure out the rest on our own. That looks right. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, so, okay. A3, 9, 2, and 2. This was the idea with the 9A4, 2 to follow. And unlike the other line, let's find the difference. If they go in 9, and I go... I'm not going to go in 5 here. Where am I going to go? 1? No, it is 5. I have to take 5. This looked so bad. But it did set me up here. Yeah. Alright, so this is an incredibly specific line to find. I have to start with A3, 9, 2, and 2. They do actually have a win here, but, you know, much harder to find. If they make the standard move, have to find exactly 6 with the point that I have exactly 5 here setting up for 4. I have to make every synergy work exactly right. Okay, this was a game I was never going to save. It is a game Akiyama played really well. You know, good starter, good follow-up, found a very clean way to get the safe win. Really nicely played by him, but that wasn't what I did. I did it this way, and totally missed that I was walking into the bigger loss, but didn't matter. And yeah, good games. Normally I'm pretty put out by losing, but when you're told... One really nice thing about having the solver is if you can be told after, it was hopeless, this was never going to go your way, it does feel a lot better. So, cheers. Yeah. And well played by Akiyama. I think he played the match well. I think he played better than I did overall. But if I hadn't gotten an appalling random, this is one of the worst randoms I've seen. This puts some of Deli's randoms to shame. But still, takes some doing to win. And I think a lot of players would not have made the move in 4, and I think for someone of Akiyama's caliber, it's a pretty easy move to make. So, cheers. Well played. Good games.